Let's start at the beginning. How did Dalton come into your lives?
We got a phone call from DHS asking us if we would take temporarily a little baby that was a failure to thrive baby. And his mother and Dalton were homeless, and his dad had been mean to him. At 6 months, he only weighed not even 11 pounds. They said if he'd have stayed with the mother, he would have been dead in 2 days. His body was starting to break down from the lack of food.
We didn't figure Dalton would really live a long time. We really didn't. His shape that he was in, that he'd never survive it. I mean, he was that long. Just a little bitty, you could hold him in his hand.
And he wouldn't ever respond to anything.
No.
Just look at
You look at him, he looked straight
you.
through you.
Yeah.
I said the kid's either blind or he's deaf or something. So they took him to Iowa City, and they didn't take him very long. They knew what was wrong with him.
Iowa City told us Dalton has part of his brain missing. That's his big thing, and he's profoundly mentally disabled. And that love was going to bring Dalton the furthest, further than anything else that we could do. And here we are 19 years later. We thought we'd just have him 2 weeks until he was placed somewhere, but we just fell in love with him. We brought Dalton into our entire family. We were going to be his life, and we wanted him to have a good life because he's my baby. But he was becoming bigger and bigger, and we were becoming older and older. We had to finally accept that we could no longer take care of Dalton the way he needed to be taken care of.
Then we talked to doctors in Iowa City, different places, and they all pointed here. So we come up and took a look, and here we are.
We called it his camp because it was too hard to say he was coming to ChildServe. And now we just tell people, oh, he's at ChildServe. It's the best place.
Our focus at ChildServe is to partner with families to help children with special health care needs live a great life. What we hear from families is they sometimes are seeking a residential setting for their child who needs extra support and medical care because they have complex medical conditions. And that's why the community homes are so important to the children and the families we serve.
So looking around the yard, I think this reminds him of home.
None of our community group homes are exactly the same. They each provide a nurturing home environment where our caring team members can individualize care plans for each individual we're serving. We help them with skill development, decision-making, and independence in the community. They go off to schools, sporting events, take advantage of the outdoor recreational activities so that each individual we're caring for can live a great life.
As a parent, you always think that you're the only one that can take care of your child. You know your child, but it's not true. You will be surprised what your child is capable of when you bring them to ChildServe. You will.
He's taking care of just as good here as he would be at home, or probably better. And he likes it here. This is his place.
Working with Dalton has been truly enlightening for me. Dalton does have challenges. He's nonverbal. He is not able to walk. He is in a wheelchair. He needs somebody to take care of his daily living skills. Doing all the simple things that we do, in our daily lives. He's not able to do that on his own at all, but he likes to do anything that you and I would like to do. It may be a little bit more difficult for him to participate in some of those things, but here at Johnson House, we try to make that as seamless as possible and help him to enjoy those things as best he can. He likes to watch movies. He likes to listen to music.
Music is definitely a part of his life. And he loves this song his kindergarten teacher played every week. If you play that song, he gets the biggest grin on his face. He remembers that song. And you don't want to get into his space or you're going to get a hug.
Loves to go outdoors.
He'd live outdoors and come in for visits.
You're so excited.
Dalton's very social.
Yeah, he gets along with everybody so well, and everybody gets along with him.
It is important to create a sense of belonging and purpose, knowing your place, that you have a place in the world, that you have a place of security and safety, friendship.
Who's your buddy?
He belongs here. He's like the other children. They all have a reason to be here or they wouldn't be here. And so it did my heart good to know that he has a family he belongs to and friends that he belongs to that more than accepts him, that can understand what he's going through and likes him for who he is. And I know he loves everybody here, and I know everybody in ChildServe loves him.
He's a good guy. We all love Dalton. Dalton he's special. Yeah. I'm gonna cry just thinking about it. It's so neat to see what great parents Dalton has and such a supportive family, and to see that love and that connection and that caring come about. Dalton's really blessed to have them.
I'm Anna, and I'm Dalton's niece. I feel like we have a special bond. Like, I try to give him a lot of attention. I try to read to him when I can see him. I try to play music for him. I try to make him smile. He doesn't always smile when he hears other people's voice, but when he hears mine or he sees me, he always lights up.
Now you're never gonna let go of me, will you?
There's just something in there that clicks between me and Dalton.
It is nice to see that. Just them sitting there and hugging each other and laughing and interacting as any other family would do or is supposed to do. It's pretty special that he's a part of that.
My uncle has always said Dalton is the luckiest unlucky little boy I've ever known.
Loved, huh?
And he is lucky. We're lucky that we have found ChildServe. And it is hard to say, because you always think your home is home. But this is Dalton's home. He loves it here. They have just given him a life that he would have never had if we hadn't taken that chance and brought him here. And I just encourage anyone. It'll be the toughest decision you've ever made in your life, but it'll be the best decision.